Okay, on we go. It gets a bit scenic here, and as I was saying on the previous stories, if they take really good digital photography from now on, you'll be in another 100 to 200 years time, people will be able to look back at these designers and people who built the bridges, and it would be like they made the video the day before, they watched it on TV sort of thing, and it would be like 100 or 200 years in the past, and they'll be able to tell whether the bridge stood up or not and how it fared over the years, whether it was a bridge they designed for 100 years actually lasted for 200 years. Yeah, the views are quite scenic out here, but if you get the light just right, like in the mornings coming the other way, I think is good. So but a couple of years ago I tried this, but I couldn't go the right way because there was a road blockage. They were putting in some broadband cables, I think, yeah. Which is good because we're the one country in the world that with our coastal cities and so-called dead heart, we actually require broadband in this country. We're the one country in the world that actually requires broadband. All the other countries, you know, it's not strictly necessary, but in this country, because of all like cities are coastal and Perth is the most isolated city in the world, it still is and probably still will be in the future, just because of its position from all the other major capitals. Oh, that's bright, isn't it? Can't see a thing. Camera's probably flaring like anything. Anyway, I'll carry on up here. Oh, I think I'm going to have to change hands, fellas. Oh, my arm is aching like anything. There we go. Well, this is one of the good things of playing piano. You've got full control of all your fingers of both hands. You're ambidextrous to a certain extent. Substation is down there. I don't know if we can actually see any of it from down this road. Oh, not really, not with the wide angle on. Maybe I should drive down there on the way back and just go up to the gate and film it, because I don't think they're open. And I can start, so my brake's smelling now, so I'm going to have to stop soon, I think. I'll just get to the side and stop. And I quite like this road, but as I said, another couple of months with all the rain, we'll get these really big potholes, and it'll become quite slippery. Oh, see, a little bit of a pothole. That will become a major one in another 2 months' time, I reckon. We'll have to relay it towards the end of the season, ready for next year. But we're getting up here. It's sort of, oh no, semi subalpine sort of scrubby stuff, not quite as it is on the top couple of 100 feet of Mount Lofty. It's sort of somewhere between loftier and Mount Lofty in a way. It's sort of below and above depending on where you actually walk in there. So it's quite interesting vegetation, and of course there's nice stands of Prayfolia in there behind the substation. So been going there for quite a few years. So I think I took Donnie there, or yeah, I think I took Donnie there once. I'm not sure. I definitely took the Vic boys there. I call them the Vic boys because of because they're 10 years, basically 10 years younger than me, or maybe even younger than that. Because I took them there, I think it was in 2005. So that was when I was 40, and they were all like in their late 20s, early 30s, I think. So yeah, I'm now 48, so they must be like 38. So they must be the age, well, now where I was then. So hopefully they will appreciate me taking them there then. I hope you like this sort of filming, but I'm probably giving you stuff that other people just don't do. They think this is just a boring road, but you know, if you're over on the other side of the world, and what with the GFC and that, you may not be able to afford a plane ticket here for the next 10, maybe even 15 years. So, you know, you're probably never going to see it in your lifetime. And this is Clytris, as I mentioned in one of the other clips the other day. It's a actinomyzal shrubby tree, also known as Australian pines. Of course, there's a number of species, but they fix nitrogen from the atmosphere via frankia on depends on what type of tree it is. Some genera have actually nodules. Here we go, Scott Creek Conservation Park. It's quite a nice area in there, goes down to a sort of creek line. Haven't fully explored it, semi-explored it over the years when I used to come up here on a bike. Then we're going to go, quite a nice walkway in there, it takes a long time. As I said, went in there, almost got to a point, wanted to go on further, and Donnie suddenly wanted to turn around and come back. Thought it was very strange. Anyway, further on, there's a little place I've never been in before. Don't know whether the gate was actually there 10 or 15 years ago when I used to come up here on a bike. Maybe that's why I've missed it. But up here there's another gate somewhere. I don't know if it's a new one or not, but I've never been down here before. I used to bicycle in here on a mountain bike. I was given a mountain bike sort of thing, you know, one of those ones with the big thick rubber wheels and all the teeth in the rubber sort of thing, you know, the deep groovings and everything. And I can't remember the gate being there when I was doing that, so maybe it's new. But anyway, and the other thing is, when I was doing that biking, I was on the internet from 1998 to 2003 for 5 years or something. But in those days, you didn't have Google Street View, you just had Google Maps. You didn't have the Google Street View to look on either side, and you couldn't see all this side vegetation and whether there was a gate there or not. So, and then I was off the internet from 2003 to 2008, because, you know, that's basically because King John Howard did nothing on broadband for 10 years. Did bugger all, basically. And so we're all stuck on, you know, dial-up. So yeah, after 2008, went back to dial-up for, you know, a couple of years. Then we went on to semi-broadband, or Clayton's broadband, and basically Australia's, I would say, 15 years behind the rest of the world on broadband. When ironically we're the one country in the world. Oh, here we go. The one country in the world that actually desperately requires broadband. I can't remember. I'm not sure about this, but I found this on Google Maps last night, and I'm thinking, was this actual gate here 15 years ago when I was coming up here on bicycle? I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, let's have a recce jaunt search and see if we can find anything. It's a 10-minute trip basically, fellas, or according to the Google Maps. Anyway, let's go.